I realized watching back the last video, didn't really say too much about why I bought the Breakout, but this one is more of a well, I wouldn't say long-term review, but year and a half ownership, 8,500 kilometers, a few pros and cons, so we'll let's get into it. First pro, I guess, is straight out of the box. They're a sleek looking bike. You throw a set of pipes on them, high flow, tune it, and you're ready to go. Now it definitely felt big leaving the dealership. It definitely felt like a big bike. It felt hard to maneuver. It felt hard to get around the roundabouts. I was nervous in taking it out, but it doesn't take long. It doesn't take long before you can, I wouldn't say throw it around, but you get used to it. You know, coming up to a corner or going slow speeds, I'll ride that back brake and just get around. So I make do. And to be honest, a year and a half later, the bike feels small. So before I picked it up, I did put a stage 1 on it. I got a tail tidy and some underperch front lights, and she was ready to go. Another pro is they are very customizable, like all Harley Davidsons, I guess. This bike is the top seller in Australia, and I feel like the aftermarket and the resources we have in Australia for this bike, it's just easily accessible. You do see a lot of Breakouts over here for sale, low kilometers, all done up, and so it makes me wonder if people spend all this money and they do them up and they barely ride them because their handling isn't the greatest. I'm glad the way that I've done this, the way that I bought this first, and I tried things on it. I tried to tour on it, and it can be done. You can tour on it. I mean, you're not protected. You don't have any front fairings, so you're copping the wind. And when you're sitting on the highway at 110, it gets tiring. The small tank actually works out better because you need to stop. You need to stop after 200 to 300 Ks. So you go servo to servo. There is options. You can put a screen on them. You can put bags on them. You can change the tank. But at the end of the day, it's a from point A to point B in-style kind of bike. If you want a tourer, if you want to travel long distance and you want to carry stuff with you without having to have a backpack on, buy a lowrider, buy a road glide, buy a street glide. If you want to go on an overnighter and you're happy to wear a backpack, or you know, get a sissy bar with a rack on the back and chuck some clothes on, is doable. Anything's doable. You do it on a hardtail. So yes, I've taken a long distance trips on this thing, and I plan on doing more. And I plan on doing it how it is. I don't mind rocking a backpack. And what I try to do is there's a lot of information on the internet, which is great, but there's also a lot of opinions on the internet. And what I try to do is not let other people's opinions influence mine, and it can be tough at times. Yeah, I remember before I picked up the bike, I had bought the bike and they were getting everything ready for it, and I'd done so much research leading up to it, watched so many videos, and it wasn't until after I'd paid that all I was seeing is the negative side of them, and it began to influence my decision and question myself, had I made the right decision? And did I make the right decision? Yeah, I did. I don't think you can go wrong with any Harley Davidson, to be honest. I absolutely love the brand. I absolutely love the bikes. If you could bottle up that feeling that you get sitting on a Harley and twisting that throttle, God, you'd be a rich man. I thought I'd get out and just have a little chat. The next couple of days it's meant to rain. You may or may not know if you haven't seen the past video, but I have recently purchased a 2023 Road Glide ST, which hopefully we'll get some videos on that shortly. But since getting that bike, it's given me a new appreciation of the Breakout. And now, to me, it feels light. It feels nimble. It feels faster. And I know it's not. I think it's the sound or being lower or the wind. It just gives that illusion. I'm very lucky to have both bikes. Very lucky to be able to take them out. And today's a beautiful day just before the rains to get out for a quick run, have a quick chat, throw another video up. I was worried when I bought the Road Glide that I would never ride this thing, but they are so different that you can have both. Can you have too many Harleys? I don't know. The Breakout feels more raw. I love the wind. I love the sound. I love that I feel so low to the ground. But the bikes are for different things, to be honest. If I'm going for a long all-day trip, or if I'm going to the twisties, I'm taking the Road Glide. So I'm super happy that they are totally different bikes. All I have to do now is slowly convert all my friends over to Harley Davidsons. I've converted one over, let's work on the rest. Well, I hope you're enjoying the content so far. I'm only new to it, and I promise I'll get better. I have a lot of ideas. So if you do like Harley content, then please stick around. Subscribe, and I'm trying to get the videos out as much as I can. You know, I'm out here riding anyway, so why not bring you along for the journey? So if you can hang in there and bear with me through the cringe while I'm learning, I promise I'll get better. It's like anything, right? The more you do, the better you'll get. Now I think my front face camera is about to die soon, so it's been a pleasure as always. And if you've stuck around this long, thank you. But if you do like what you see, please hit that like button, subscribe, do all those things. It would really help me out. But like I was saying, it's been a pleasure, and as always, until the next time, ride safe.